All right, everybody. Hello and welcome. We have a special guest today, a special segment rather. We're going inside Southern Virginia basketball with Coach Trace Bevell. Thanks for joining us today, Coach.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Of course, and really in this episode, we want to provide the listeners and viewers in Night Nation with an in-depth look at Southern Virginia men's basketball team as they are about to start their season here in 17 or so days, something like that, under
Yeah, our
something like
first
that.
games, our first games at Avert on November 12th. So I mean, how many days
Okay.
that is away is coming up before we know it.
Yeah, exciting. And we'll jump into that and obviously coaches we would say in the new on a new side of the hire with the basketball team coming up on his was it third year,
It's my second year.
second year, second full year, second full season. So we're excited to talk about that. And so coach, just kick us off here. We'll start with kind of just an intro and kind of how'd you get from in Utah with leading some championship teams over there with Lone Peak, and then in the junior college realm, kind of what got you out to Southern Virginia.
Well, I kind of started backward. A lot of college coaches, like me, went to graduate school at South Dakota State where I was assistant basketball coach for a couple years. Then I ended up getting my first head job at a place called McCook Community College in Nebraska, where I was there for 9 years. Then I went to Western Nebraska Community College for 3 years. Then after that time, I moved out to Utah, where we spent a couple years where I was doing other profession, real estate and things of that nature. Then I ended up getting the job at a place called Western Wyoming Community College, where I spent 5 years. And then I ended up going back to Utah as my family, my kids, my wife stayed there and went back to Utah where I helped at a place called Lone Peak High School for a year. A good friend of mine, Quincy Lewis, we were neighbors. We were in the same bishopric together at the time. So he kind of asked me to help with him in the transition. And then I got the head job at Jordan High School from there where I spent 10 years. And then I came out to Southern Virginia 2 years ago. So that's kind of
Got
in a
it.
nutshell the coaching path of my tenure.
Yeah, no, awesome. Love it. And a lot of success in there. And looking forward to the future success for the men's team. And really, we'll just dive in with the upcoming season, entering your second year here, and maybe an outlook on the team, highlighting some returning players, some new additions, some recruits, and things like that. How's the team looking?
Well, we're excited. We have a very good nucleus of returning players last year. We have some good, couple good transfers that have joined us, along with, a decent freshman class. We got the job so late last year. Coach Ballstead and I really didn't get hired until first early August. I mean, I
Right.
interviewed mid-July, but I couldn't really accept it until I talked to the president and he was busy with the transition of things. So I ended up getting the job early August, kind of late to recruit much. We were able to get a few kids in late.
Mhm.
Took the players that we had who were great kids, good players, didn't quite understand the Division III mentality. I didn't as a coach, so it was a growing experience for the team, the program, me and my assistant, the players. So it was a tough year.
Mhm.
We worked hard. We came up short in a lot of games, but it brought to our attention how good Division III basketball is.
Yeah.
Uh, and so we're able now to spend the year recruiting and getting a couple transfer kids in that can help us better compete at this level this year. And we
Mhm.
feel we've upgraded the roster. We've definitely got deeper. We're more talented. Like I said, a little more depth. So practice is very competitive. Uh, we bring into it probably our best incomers, a kid named Eli Ballstead. It's my assistant coach's son.
Mhm.
Played at Utah for 4 years. Ended up last year being assistant coach at a junior college called Colorado Northwestern.
Yep.
Wanted to play one more year. He has his COVID year. He just thought, you know what, I can always go get a job, and so wanted to come play for his dad and I, and ended up getting the Division I transfer, which is a rarity for Division III.
Yeah.
Getting a kid that came from the Pac-12 that played in the Pac-12. He wasn't just a serviceable player. He, played some minutes, and so he's really good for leadership for us, level of talent, really good, understanding what it takes to be successful, and plus he's just playing for fun. And
Yep.
so he knows what it's like to try to, bring fun into things.
Right.
Have another junior college player named Timmy Johnson, played at Mesa Community College a couple years ago. Ended up getting married last year, so he didn't play. His wife played soccer here initially a couple years ago. Then, she's from Arizona as well, wanted to play again. And so he's really helping us this year. He's a good junior college prospect. He understands what college basketball is about. So we're looking forward to having him. And then we have another junior college transfer, Coach Ballstead's other son, Jude Ballstead, played at Colorado Northwestern for Eli. So we have
Oh
a
wow.
good mixture of, junior college players with incoming freshmen. We
Yeah.
felt that after last year, we needed more maturity. We found that teams that are good at this level play together for 3 or 4 years, and they have seniors and graduate students who have played college basketball for 3 or 4 years. And
Hmm.
so it's really, really difficult for incoming freshmen to play a lot just because
Right.
of the maturity of players ahead of them. So we felt we needed to get some transfer kids and kids who have played at this level to help take us to the next level.
Well, and you touched on kind of the culture and bringing in transfers and kind of building that camaraderie. And I think we were looking doing some research before the episode, and I think last year you guys lost like 5 or 6 kind of 1 or 2 possession games. And so going into building that culture, is that kind of one of the main goals is instilling kind of these winning habits and creating that culture and things like that?
Yeah, it's very, very hard to win at any level. And it's
Hmm.
very hard to instill winning because the other team wants to win just as bad as you
All
do.
right, everyone
And
wants to
that's why
win.
we play the game. And so we wanted to get some experience. We recruit players who played in good programs that winning's they're taught how to win, and that's what practice and competition does. But also at the SVU, we recruit to the culture and the environment of the school. So we have top quality kids who understand the academic rigors of Division III that also want to play college basketball at a pretty good level. And so we felt that we needed to get a little more mature, a little bit older, so our younger kids could develop and follow their leadership. And that's
Yep.
where Eli is really good for us this year from the standpoint that he's been there. He's done that. He's not going to try to prove himself to anything. He just wants to help build this program up and have one more year of college basketball, which, he's provided for at this opportunity for us. And so
Hmm.
we're excited. We have a good mixture of, we bring back basically 2 starters,
Okay.
DJ Green and then Tyler Karchner both started most every game for us last year. We did lose one of our leading scorers in the transfer portal to a Division II school, which is common nowadays. But we
Hmm.
feel that with the players we have coming back, with the incoming kids, that it's a good mixture. We're not quite
Yep.
so class heavy in one sector. Too many freshmen, too many sophomores. We need to spread it out a little bit.
I like it. And regarding kind of the team side of with the offense of the ball and the defensive side of the ball, what can the fans and whatnot expect from this year's team is regarding offensive, style and play and things like that?
It starts in the defensive end. We have some goals we have every year, and one of our goals is to control the things we can't control, and that's
Hmm.
effort, rebounding, and defense. And you got to defend first. I think that I can't remember what coach said this, but offense sells the tickets, defense uh, wins games, but rebounding wins championships. And so we have to rebound the ball better than we did last year. We a little bit undersized. We're bigger, a little more stronger this year.
Hmm.
We need to rebound the ball better, which I think we will. And then we need to push the ball more and get more opportunity to score and not so much in the slow half-court offense. Shot clock kind of dictates, the speed of how you play and stuff, so you can't
Right.
stall it like you can at the high school level in some places. But, we're looking for more possessions offensively, which is created defensively. So if we can rebound the ball at a higher level, we're going to defend, that's one of the staples of our programs, but we also need to make shots. We didn't shoot the ball as well last year as we should have. So we,
Hmm.
you know, went out and found a couple of guys who can score a little bit better, and hopefully we can make more shots. but that's an uncontrollable. You can't
Right.
control if the ball goes in. Repetition helps, but we just we'll play hard. Our
Yep.
guys compete, and now it's just the little things of learning how to play together and getting that chemistry out on the court.
Mhm. And I think that's, a testament obviously to the culture and things like that, and that those will all play out and unfold as the season continues to go on. And as we touched on earlier, first game's November 12th. It's an away game, but then I saw through the schedule, yes, some I feel like exciting opponents with Radford and Coastal Carolina's on there. So can you talk to kind of the schedule this year and maybe some of the
Well,
atmospheres and things like that?
we're allowed to have two exhibition games or two scrimmages or one of each. So
Okay.
we just decide to, take the two exhibition games, go play Division I schools.
Hmm.
And, we feel it's just going to help us get better, because
Yeah.
players want to play against good teams. Our schedule's tough enough as it is. So we're just going to go play division. Last year we played Campbell and Norfolk State. And it
Yep.
was fun. It was fun for our guys to see what it's like to play at that level and to
Yeah.
get treated at that level. You walk in the gym, they treat you good, and it's good for our players. And so we're going to continue to play those exhibition games as long as we're able to,
Hmm.
because our schedule's tough enough. Our conference is good this year again. We play, the same or the ODAC schools. The ODAC is always so good in Virginia. So we're playing Averett, we're playing uh, Ridgewater, we're playing
Hmm.
Eastern Mennonite, we're playing uh, Mary Washington. That's really good. So we have a very very difficult non-conference schedule. Then you
Hmm.
throw into it the two exhibition games. That's kind of all prepares for conference
Yep.
because it's really really difficult for our conference to get an automatic bid to the Division III tournament. You have to win your conference, and then you get the bid. So
Hmm.
unless we were to go 30-0, I mean, if we were to go 20-5, and win our conference, we'll get a good seed. But it's really really difficult to get an at-large one. So everything we're
Hmm.
trying to do is prepare us for conference to help us win our conference.
Right. And I would assume that's kind of the one of the overarching goals and themes of the year is to the win the conference and just talk to the USA South Conference as a whole. What is the competition like for maybe potential recruits, other players looking at Southern Virginia and what they can expect from kind of that conference?
It's a lot better than I thought it was when I first came out here. I
Mhm.
didn't I knew college basketball and the competitive nature of it. And as a junior college coach for 17 years, a lot of my players didn't go to Division III, partly because they were non-scholarship and they all thought they were better and they're recruited at a higher level of basketball. But it's changed. The
Yeah.
transfer portal and things, Division III has become very, very competitive. And our conference is pretty good. I mean, you have this year Nebraska Wesleyan brings back, not, excuse me, North Carolina
North
Wesleyan
Carolina.
brings back uh, a lot of their players from last year. I think they bring back four starters.
Wow.
Uh, Bavard brings back three. William Peace brings back two or three. So all these schools are bringing back players that contributed last year. And I think it opens up for a really good conference race because you need to be able to hold your home court and split on the
Mhm.
road to win this conference because it's really really hard to win it. You're not going to go 14-0.
Right.
Uh, is kind of look at it. 10-4 can help you win it. 11-3 for sure, but it's going to be tough to win on the road, and you have to really play your best to win at home even. But
Yeah, well,
it's
and the depth of the conferences. I mean, last year I think second place was 9-5, and then there was like a four-way tie for third at 8-6, and so that
exactly
just shows the depth of what the conference has.
every game, every night in and night out's a tough game.
Hmm.
And so it's getting better every year. I'm sure the conference is better this year than it was last year. And I'm
Right.
sure next year it'll be better than it is this year. And so we're just trying to improve ourselves year by year.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Coach, for jumping on today and giving us a inside look at what the basketball team is going to look like this year. And before we go, I'll give you the floor for some closing remarks or how fans and people can support and things like that.
We just really enjoy it here. We have great kids, great young men. If people haven't been here, it's kind of it's a little nugget out here in the hills
Yeah.
and the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. I'd never been to Virginia before. I'd been to most every state recruiting when I was a junior college coach. It's my first time in Virginia, and it's just such a well-kept secret. Uh,
Hmm.
it's a culture that's you can't find anywhere else in college basketball. If you want to play college basketball in an LDS environment, you have two choices, BYU or Southern Virginia. And it's just kids that come here, exceptional students, exceptional athletes, exceptional young men. And we're just honored, and it's our privilege to be able to take this program hopefully to the next level this year. And then, we know it's a process of line upon line. You can't go to, like I tell my guys in practice every day, once you teach A and you teach B and you go to C, you can't forget B. And
Yeah.
the same thing is when you build a program, you can't skip steps. And so we're still down there in the A, B, and C stage, trying to get to the L, M, and N stage. And
Hmm.
we're getting there closely. We're getting there daily, but it takes progress, and we need support of people out there. We get good support from people on campus.
Hmm.
There's always a good game day to watch because most other teams come support other teams here on campus. We
Right.
just need to get more support from people off campus to watch it on the YouTube channel or to
Yep.
watch us when we go play somewhere else.
Hmm.
Because it's good, and it support the that's how you win championships is support everybody involved, not just the coaches and the players, but administration, presidents, fans, all leads to success.
Yep. Agreed. And once again, thanks for stopping by today, and looking forward to the great success that is coming this season. And like we said, the game in November 12th is tip off, first game of the year. So excited for that. And thanks again for stopping by, Coach. And we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. I appreciate your time and have me on anytime.
Of course, yeah, we'll do.